बसा के हाँ okay. Hello students. Now I am going to take one problem on again one lamina problem, that is a circular lamina. I'll take how to draw the circular lamina problem on solid edge software. Okay, so that I'll take, and it will also help you for the maybe for a test also, examination also. So I'll once again I'll take, because there are some commands that you have to use in the circular lamina problem. So that's why I am taking this problem. Okay, right. So the problem is like this: a circular lamina of 50 diameter rests on HP such that one of its diameters one of its diameters is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and 45 degrees to HP. Draw its top and front views in this position. Okay, this is the problem. So yellow shaded problem it is. So here the in the yellow shell you see a circular lamina he has mentioned of diameter 50 is resting on HP. How it is resting on HP? On one of its diameters. One of its diameters is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and 45 degrees to HP. Draw its top view and front view. So if you read the first portion here, that is a circular lamina 50 diameter rests on HP. Rests on HP he has mentioned. That means you have to keep lamina on HP. Okay, and the diameter is inclined to 30 degree to VP and 45 degree to HP here. He has not mentioned surface here. Diameter is mentioned. So with this information, I can keep lamina on HP also, VP also. Only with the information I am telling, diameters is inclined at this much if it is a. But he is in the back to the back of this diameter. He has mentioned is resting on HP. He has mentioned. Suppose same problem if it is resting on VP, if it is mentioned, you have to keep lamina on VP. But he has mentioned clearly rests on HP such that one of its diameter is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and 45 degrees to HP. It says that you have to draw true shape of the lamina in HP. So we will draw this. Okay. Now here solid edge I'll open, right. So drawing, okay. Set sheet to the A4. You know all these things, that's why I'm not okay explaining much here. A4 size, uh, show off the background, then save default means it will show same option A4 and of the background. Okay, for next time when you open. So this becomes it will set to the A4 sheet now. So I'll fit to the screen. So this is the A4 sheet set. Now first you as usual you draw XY line, continuous line, black line. So 0.35 I take XY line, or point I am taking 1.35 I because to see this in clearly on the video. Actually you have to take 0.18, around 0.1812, zero point 0.2 you have to take. So I'll taking the XY line here. This is the XY line drawn. So I'll type text here. So I'll zoom the area of my working. You always zoom the area of working. So you see this is the capital X, this is the Y, and this is the VP, and this is the HP. So as usual you like is the first quadrant you write. Next select, come back. Okay, now to draw the lamina, as per problem, it is mentioned that circular lamina should rest. Is initially it resting on HP means you have to draw true shape of the lamina. First position top view, you have to draw circle of diameter 50 So I'll draw it, circle of diameter 50 So I'll use a circle can be drawn by three methods: circle by center point, circle by 3 point, circle tangent circle you can draw. Out of these three, I'll choose circle by center point. So here there is no question of any corner and side here. So which are corner should be to left or right, edge to be left or right. That is not question of thinking here, because circular lamina means there is no corner, only circle. From all our side around around 360 degrees it is a circular shape only. That's why. So there is no question of any positioning corner or edge here. So I'll draw diameter. I'll choose 50 type 50 here. So I'll keep this diameter here. So this is diameter I drawn. At diameter 50 I drawn the circle. So again I zoom my working area. Now here. Now this view, that's why I make it Usually you have to do on computer in the examination 0.5, but to see in the video clearly, I'll choosing thickness as 1 mm for understanding. I'm doing. Okay. Now you have to divide a circle in the number of parts. How much number of parts here? So usually you can divide circle in 8 parts. Why? Because here circle doesn't have any periphery doesn't have any corner and edge, so that you can project one particular points, so that you can get the views, different views. By projection only you will get the views. Okay. So now I have to divide a circle into number of parts. I can divide in minimum 2 parts. Usually you divide in even parts, 2 parts, 4 parts, 6 parts, 8 parts, like that. So usually the ideally you have to divide circle into 12 parts, but for your convenience, to reduce the number of projection lines, we are dividing in 8 parts. We are dividing in 8 parts. So what I'll do, how to divide in 8 parts? So manually what you can do is that when you do on sketching, so first you draw one diameter. I'll choose a 0.5 here. So choose center of circle. So I'll draw one diameter. See here, I'll extend this line, or I can draw. I'll show the extend here. Extend this line up to here. First line, another line I draw. So this and here, I'll choose here. This is the vertical line. This is the 4 divisions. Again I draw at an angle of 45 degrees. From here I draw 45 degree. I draw this side 45 degree. So this is division you do, and then this you extend backwards up to here. Then I draw here from this point into center point of circle. Again I draw 45 degree down, minus here, minus 45. See here, you take minus 45. So you can draw in this way, or then I'll extend this line. So it is division you are done. You are divided circle in how many parts? 8 parts, right? So this is the easiest way. One way you can do it. Okay. To learn different commands, another way of dividing circle is there. I'll explain that. Now see here, it is stating independent lines. These are all independent lines here. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll delete these lines and tell you another method. This method, what I explained, you can use it. Now it is easy also, and there is no confusion also. Another command is there. So what I'll do, I'll draw a line from center of circle in this way. Horizontal line I'll draw. Okay. Then I'll choose this line. You can see here in this one command will become active. See here, when I don't choose here, so this command is, when I don't choose here, this command is inactive. Can you see my cursor here? On the drawing toolbar, there is a below offset, there is one command here, rectangular pattern. So if I choose here, there are two options, rectangular pattern and circular pattern. So these are inactive now. If I choose a line or any element in the screen here, these becomes active. Now see, I'll choose this line, it become active. It will become active. Now I use circular pattern. I want circle pattern, so I'll choose circular pattern. So click on circular pattern. Now see here, you can see the preview here. It is asking in the ribbon bar, click for the center point of circular array. Circular array it is. So center point is what here? My center point is center of circle. Center of circle. I zoom this area once again. Center of a circle. Then it is asking here, count how many line you want. So I want line 8, 9, whatever is there. So you just type here. How much here? You want 9 lines. Okay, 9 I'll type. Count 9. So here, then this row is not required because it is used in rectangular pattern. You are using now circular pattern. So rows option is inactive. Now this pattern of this line around the circle, at how much angle you want? Circular pattern offset angle. You want this pattern in only 90 degrees or 360 degrees, 180 degrees. So I want around the circle. So I'll type here 360 degrees. Then row spacing is not used here. It is used in a rectangular pattern. Now I'll finish off this. Now see here. Can you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9 divisions. Correct? So it is an odd number. But I want how much? 8. So pattern command you understood. See, it is creating pattern. Now see here. If I click anywhere on this line, it will click all the lines because it is a pattern. It is a pattern. Now this is another way of dividing. So I'll undo it. So now I'll do it regular. Now see here. I select the line. Okay. Now I'll go to the pattern command, circular pattern command. Circular pattern. You want how much here? 8 divisions, right? So you want 8. At what center? Center you have to choose the center of circle. So angle how much you want? 360 degrees. So you finish it, you get this pattern. Now I hope you can see this pattern. the way you are done manually. So it is a pattern, you can use it properly. See here, see this pattern. So this is the pattern you get. Correct? So this is solution. Now I've divided in 8 parts. Now I'll name it. So it is a, so I'll caps lock and make it on. This is A, B, C, it is D, it is E, it is F, it is G, and this is H. So 8 points are there. Okay. So now the dimension of this one circle is how much? I'll show you. It is 50. Okay. Now I'll fit to screen. I'll zoom my working area. Now this much I'll show. Now I'll project all the points. How to project all the points here? Now see here. Now I'll project all the points. Now see, this is the projection line. I am showing projection line usually 0.13 thickness. So I am using 0.35 because to see it in the video clearly. So for time I am taking 0.3. So A is there. B and H comes in the same line. See, B and H comes in the same line. You can project from here also, from B also, from H also. Okay, I'll project here. So C and G comes in the same line. I'll project here. And D and F comes in the same line. I'll project from D. So F comes same line. This is here. Then E I project. This is the E point. Okay. Now I'll join the line from here to here. So thickness how much here? Point. I'll take 1 mm thickness so you can see it easily on the video. Okay. Now I'll taken this one. 1 mm I taken. Okay. So now here this is the line. Now this is front view. This is front view. Now I'll name this as a. Now this is what? This becomes. I'll show the arrows of projection. Use lateral line command and you show the arrow position. Now I'll name this as a what? It is A dash. Now see here, B is seen. You are looking front view. Drawing front view means B is seen, H is hidden. B dash in bracket, H dash, and then here C dash in bracket, G dash, and then here it is D dash in bracket, F dash, and this is the E dash. Right? So this naming you have done it. Now you position them properly, exactly on the projection lines. Now this is the, now see here, this A dash, E dash, it is the front view. Now what is AE? Is diameter. AE is a diameter. In the problem he mentions that one of its diameters is inclined to at 30 degrees to VP and 45 degrees to HP. So means what? Now this is our diameter now. AE is the diameter which is to be inclined to HP at 45 degrees and VP at 30 degrees. Now A dash, E dash here in this front view, A dash, E dash is the diameter. It is a diameter. Now if I tilt about, I'll just show here. So now see, if I tilt about this about A dash, if I tilt about this A dash, you can see my cursor here. So about A dash if I tilt and if I take E above like this, so in this way, I'll just show here just for your understanding I am showing. From here if I tilt in this way, this line if I tilt in this way, you see this way, it's coming above. That means it is resting on A dash. Resting on A dash and E dash is going above. That means what? The diameter is making angle with HP. Diameter is making angle with HP. Okay, so that I'll show here. Now I'll come to the second position part. Now what you do, there are so many ways of transferring this first position front view. Simple way, there are so many methods told by many people in the YouTube. But the simple method you follow is that just what is the A dash, E dash length here? It is 50 mm diameter means it is length also A dash, E dash is 50 mm only. So use line command, use thickness point 1, I told you 0.1 here. So have some sufficient gap. From here you draw a line of how much length? 50 mm. Then angle you set, what is the angle with HP has mentioned? The angle with HP has mentioned is what here? This angle is 45. So 45 angle he has mentioned. So I draw 45 degree angle. So this is the line you have drawn. Correct? right? This is your turn. Now you transfer all these points. Now transfer all these see here, these points, transfer all these points on the same this line here, second position line. Now I'll transfer. To transfer, I told you use a move command in previous videos if you have seen. Okay, use move command, copy option, make it off so that you can typing work is reduced. So copy option, you make it off, keep it a dash here, right click. So e dash where here, you keep it e dash here, here this is e dash. Now bh h dash somewhere it comes, so just somewhere here it comes, so I'll keep it here. And afterwards I can change the position. It also comes somewhere here, so I'll keep it here. So c dash e dash coming at the midpoint here. It's almost coming at the midpoint, so I'll keep it here this one. Now I'll locate these points. Now to transfer this, where is the b dash h dash point and d dash f dash? For that you have to measure dimensions here. Distance between command you have to use. I'll measure from here. See, from a dash I'll measure. From a dash to d dash f dash I'll measure. This is how much. 42 points. Don't measure this distance. Computer is possible, but sketching I don't measure this distance. Why? Because 7.32 is very small distance. You cannot fit in the compass. That's why you measure distance in this way. This distance you from here to this end. So by compass you easily transfer. Now it is from a dash to d dash f dash. How much it is there? 42.68. That's why I use compass. So in manual also you can do this way. So from a dash I am doing here, from a dash 42.68. 42.68 I'll choose. Now I'll draw the arc. I'll draw the. When you draw the arc, you draw one side less, one side more. Why? Because when you select that point, intersection point, that should not select as the midpoint. You should select as the intersection point. So this is the arc you have drawn. Now the arc thickness I'll reduce now. Very big it is. Now it is the arc. Now it is the same distance. See, if I measure from e dash to b dash a dash, this distance is what? Again same 42.68. That's why I'll use the arc command from e dash. I'll take same radius distance here 42.68. I'll draw the arc. One side less, one side more. I'll draw the arc. So this again I change thickness here. Okay. Okay. Now where is the c dash e dash point? It is a midpoint. Because it is a 50 means half is 25. Not necessary to measure. If you measure it also you come to see here. If you measure it, it is how much? It's midpoint. So don't measure and draw the arc here. So you can use IntelliSketch sketch options to locate the midpoint of this line. Now see here, you can locate the midpoint of this line. Okay, now I'll project the points. IntelliSketch sketch, I'll go to IntelliSketch sketch. Midpoint was off here, I am making on here. Okay, now see, you can see here, this is the midpoint it is showing here. You can see the midpoint on this C dash. Now I'll projector, I'll draw the projection, continuous line. So point 3 file I use here. Projector of, sorry, point file choose here. Projector of a dash it is this way. Now where is A here? A is here. So I use 90-degree option to make it maintain vertical and alignment indicator I'll utilize. So this is the alignment of A. It is A. And there is B dash H dash here. It is intersection point you have to choose. I hope you can see. See, one side arc more, one side arc less. Why I am telling? Because you can select intersection. Suppose if you maintain the arc cutting on both sides of the line, so sometimes it may select the midpoint of arc, not the intersection point of arc and line. That's why I am telling. Okay, so here that's why you have to maintain arc one side less, one side more. Otherwise you trim it. So from here you draw. So vertical line you draw. 90 degree. Where is B here? B is here. So activate this end. It is B here. Then where is the H here? This is the H. I'll draw here. This is H. So where is CG? Is the midpoint C. Midpoint CG. Projector of C and G 90 degrees. It is C. And this is G. Sorry. This is G. Okay. Then projector of D and F it is. So projector of D is here. The already line is there. So I'll show this. This is the D. So F. Here it is. F. Now it is E. Projector of E is here. It is E. It is E point. Now I'll transfer naming. Use move command. Where is A? This is A. B. This is B. Where is C? It is C. This is D. This is E. This is F. This is G. And this is the H. This is the H. Okay, you got these. Now, when any circular plate or circular shape plate or anything is there, if the circle is making an angle with the HP, or only one angle with HP, or only one angle with the surface is angle only having angle with HP or VP. Okay, so that inclination, the top view is always a standard shape. You can see that standard shape is ellipse. It's called as a ellipse. Now see here in the problem here, from A to, I show you cursor, A to E is one is it is a primary axis. C to G it is another secondary axis. So okay, usually in ellipse you call it as a ellipse, major axis, minor axis. Whichever longer, CG is longer here is a major axis, A is a smaller, it is a minor axis. Now if I can choose uh, ellipse command by center point. Now see here, ellipse command center point. This I'll choose center of ellipse. Okay, then I'll choose see here, it is asking here in the ribbon bar primary. Primary means primary axis, secondary axis. Whichever you choose first, that is primary. Whichever you choose second, it is a secondary. Now here primary, I'll choose this one CG as a primary. Then it is asking secondary. Okay, secondary axis. So it is a, see, A and E comes here. This is tangent to this one, A and E comes. This also, in this way also you can draw. But problem what it comes here is that if you observe here, that sometimes it's coming here. See, sometimes what happens, this is a problem. This is a problem. The gap will be there. Okay, so that's why what we are doing is that to avoid that problem, it is a software problem. To avoid a problem, what we are doing here, see, I'll show you. What we are doing is that we are drawing this ellipse by in this way. So I'll delete this one. This way, what I am doing, I am using a curve command. Curve command. See, curve command means here, this is a curve command. First command is a curve command. So you can draw in this way. I can draw curve like this, this thing. In this way. Same command. But the curve command concept is what here. It's the interesting part is it should select, if I want to join these A, B, C, D points. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and again A. So when you want to join it, you should select as a end point. You should not select the intersection point. For example, I'll show here. So I'll start from A, say, this is end point C. It's showing end point there. End. This is the B. This is the C. Okay. C, end point. Again it is the end point. Again it is the end point. Again it is taking end point. See, I draw in that way only. It is end point. But when you come here, what can you see? This is end point. Again showing here end point. Suppose this line is continuous. This H from here F to H drawn. It is a continuous line. You will take it as intersection. Take it as an intersection. At that time, what happens? If you select it as an intersection and if you complete this operation, the curve will disappear. Curve will disappear. That's why you have to very careful. Now it is I drawn position in that way only. I'll show one example here. What will happen? Now see here, I'll read this one. I'll extend this line. Just here, what will happen? So now see here, I take curve command. I start from here, end of the point A. See end A, end B, end C, end D. This is also end. This is also end. This is also end. But see here, what is happening here? It is taking intersection. Now can you see this here? This is taking as a intersection. It is taking as an intersection. See, it is taking intersection. You should select as the end point. When it is possible, when one of these two vertical or horizontal line, these two lines should start from this end. You start from one end. So then only it will set as the end point. Now see, if I choose as the intersection point, then I'll zoom it here. I'll show here. Now see here, I'll end up at this point. So I'll enter. Okay, enter. Curve will disappear. Curve will disappear. That's why what I have to do is that I have to separate this entity. Means what? What I'll do now, this line, I'll split this line at this point. So now this line become independent. Now I can go to the curve command. End point, end point, end point, end point. It is E is end point, F end point, this is end point, this is end point, end point. So this is a circle. So this you have to maintain as this ellipse. Correct? So next, afterwards, I'll show the arrows here now. So this is the other projection. So this is the other projection I am showing. Okay. So now I have to transfer this figure now. I have to transfer this figure now. Now here it is showing an angle, angle with HP. I have taken how much as per the problem? 45 degrees. Now this same diameter A dash E dash. So I'll take this point here above. A dash E dash. It is sorry. Okay. Sorry. I continue now. So this diameter A dash E dash. This diameter here. This diameter A dash E dash I am showing by cursor here. This diameter again has to make angle with the VP. Now it is diameter is making angle with only HP. Diameter making angle with HP means what here? It is a line drawn on the surface of the circular lamina. Okay, surface of the circular lamina. That with reference to that line, I am telling the position of the circular lamina with making angle with respect to both VP and HP. That is the sole meaning here. Okay, now this AE has to make angle with the VP. Now, how much angle? He has mentioned in the problem. The problem is 30 degree to VP. 30 degree to VP. Now here, this diameter AE in second position top view, it is apparent. And true, this is apparent length. So true is here. How much true is here? It is AE is 50. And angle given with VP is true. That's why second position top view AE is diameter is apparent and angle given with VP is true. That's why I have to go for beta angle method or locus method. Okay, right? So already you know it. Okay, now what I'll do? I'll draw the angle line. See, the locus taking can be done in any ways. I'll tell you how to. You can draw the angle line in a 4 ways. I'll tell you how to draw. That I'll explain first, and then go to the. Now, yesterday there was some query regarding locus method, and I'll tell you locus method problems can be drawn. There are many options. It is not necessary to follow whatever the method is followed in the book. Okay, there are 4 ways of drawing an angle line. I'll show you. So first here, you can draw angle line this way. I want 30 degree. How much it is? Yes, 30 degree to VP, true angle. Yes or no? So I can draw this angle line in this way also. See here, 30 degree in this way also I can draw. Minus 30, I can draw. Okay, then this is 30 degree angle. Then I can keep this whole figure so that A comes here. I can fix A. Then I can find out locus of E. Yeah, listen carefully. It's very important. I can fix A here, one point, take A point here. So I can find out locus of E this side at the bottom, or I can fix E here somewhere here. Then I can I can find locus of A in top here. Okay, I'll just show here now that theory. I can fix A point like this. Okay, A point. Then I can locate AE and I can draw locus. I can get locus of E, or I can fix this E point somewhere here. Okay, and then A1 I can fix here, true length. I can get locus of A, then I locate the and fix the A point here. There are 2 ways. Okay, so this is one way. Another way, I can draw angle line in this way also. See here, I can draw angle line in this way also. What is the angle line here? 30 degree I'll draw here. See this side 30 degree. I can draw in this way also. Sorry. I can draw in this way also. This is also 30 degrees. This is also 30. Now what I can do now? I can do in this way. I can keep A. I locate first. Select A points here. Then true AE I can take from this A. I can cut an arc. Then I'll draw. I can get locus of E. Then I locate actual E as per second position E. Then same way I can fix E first. Then I locate EA1. I get locus of E, and then I can do the procedure. So in this way there are many ways. Another way of drawing angle line, you can draw in this way also. See here, you can draw angle line in this way also. So I'll draw one horizontal line. I can draw 30 degree. I can draw, okay, right, 30 degree here. 30 degree means it is a 30. I can draw in this way also. Now I can locate. This 30 means this is also 30. Remember, see here, this is 30 means This is also 30 only. Okay, that's why I can do this way also. Now what I can do here, I can locate A first, then get locus of E. Locate E first, get locus. So yeah, there are 4 ways you can draw the locus method. So anyone you have to follow. So it's not necessary you have to follow the book method what is mentioned for particular problem. So there are in 4 ways you can draw the locus method. Angle can take any direction, but the procedure what you have to follow, it should be correct. It should be correct. So I hope you understood. Now I'll take this way. I'll draw 30-degree line in this way. Okay, 30-degree line in this 30-degree line here. In this way, I'll draw here. Correct? So if I draw 30-degree line here, what happens? If I draw circle here, it may touch the XY lines here. If I draw this ellipse here, that's why what I am doing is that I am drawing a parallel line, small line here, and drawing the 30-degree line here. Correct? Now what I'll do on this line, I locate my A point first. You can locate E point of first also. Now what I'll do for my convenience, I'll reduce this A line and set the angle. I want angle 30 degrees. I'll make it 30. Correct? This 30 degrees. So now what I'll do, this end itself, I'll zoom it now. This end, once again I'll move this portion somewhere here for your easy understanding. Okay, now I move this A, this end of line, I'll take it as A point. For your, you always do in this way. Always it is easy for you. So I'll take this end of the line as A point. That means what? I'll take this as A point. Sorry. I'll use a move this point. I'll take this as A point. This end itself is A point. See here. Now from here, this I can draw line. Now I have to draw first this true angle line. It is a true angle line. That means I have to locate first two length of diameter. AE1. What is AE1 means? It is a true angle. First position. What is diameter of the circle? True circle here. True diameter. It is a 50 mm. So what I'll do? I'll go to arc by center point. And this the end I'm taking as A. I draw the arc of 50 mm. So I'll draw arc in this way. Okay. So sorry, arc diameter 50 means radius 25. Sorry, radius 25. I'll take. Sorry. Wait. It's going to be radius 50. That's why I'm. Sorry. Here it is the radius 25 you have to take. So this you draw. So this radius how much? 25 means diameter 50. Diameter 50. But it is coming wrong. Wait. Okay, you will do it. So our length is how much? 50 mm we want, true length. So I'll draw it. From A I'll draw 50 mm I'll take. Don't get confused now. So it is I draw this thickness I'll reduce 0.35. I'll draw the arc. So you draw mark more than half. Now you locus here. Third line is there. Locus line from this intersection. See this intersection point. I'll show you here. This intersection point, whatever it is there, it is E1. I'll show this is I type it as E1. This is the E1. Remember, this is the E1 true length. It is. It is a true length E1. It is. Now here, this E1 becomes A1 becomes true length. Diameter 50 it is. As diameter okay 50 it is. Now I'll draw locus. I'll choose third line, chain line from the intersection points here. You can see intersection point here. See my cursor. So it is the locus this side. Sorry. I'll draw locus line here. Locus this side. And locus also this side I draw. Now I'll type here by a text command. This is what locus of E. Remember, it is locus of E. So on that locus, I have to locate apparent length. Apparent length, second position, second apparent length, diameter of circle. Apparent diameter of circle is what here? Small dimension. This is the AE. This is how much here? See this 35.36. Okay, I'll just zoom it here. Now once again I'll zoom it here. So now see here. Is how much? 35.36. This dimension is how much? 35.36. So that I have to locate now. This is apparent length. Okay. So I'll go to the arc by center point. It's like compass. So from A, you set the radius to 35.36, and draw the arc. So draw the arc on the locus. You always draw the arc less, one side less, one side more, so that you can select intersection correct point. Otherwise, it will take midpoint of the arc. So I'll make it here continuous line. Now this is your E point. Now I'll transfer this E point. This is actual E. Now I'll join this by continuous line point. Okay, 5 here, because 0.5 I am taking. Why? Because to see these lines clearly on the video I am taking. So now here it is taking a midpoint sometimes. See midpoint of line. So if you have more than half here, so I want intersection point. You can see here. So from here I draw. This is the point. This is the AE. Now on this AE you have to transfer this whole position, whole second position top view. How to do that? Now I cannot transfer simply a circle. If you transfer circle here, you don't know where is A, where is B, where is C. Okay, simply now see here. Just I'll show here. If you transfer this one in this way somewhere here, see it is doesn't have any naming. So you don't know where is A, where is B, like that. That's why That's why you should get points for projection to get the front view. That's why you have to transfer this circle along with the internal lines. How to get internal lines? The line should not be continuous. Now see here, these lines continuous. Can you see the selection here? It's showing from this end to that front view. I have to split this line wherever about circle. How to split here? You can see. Now I'll split this line. Use split command. Okay, I'll split. I want to split at this G point. I'll split here G point. Now see here. This is a split. I'm once again show split at this end. Okay, now this is end. Okay, this I'm selecting. So now see here, if you see the cursor here, it is the dividing separate. It is showing separate now. Now again, this is the line. This is a continuous line. I want to split here. So somewhere here I want to split. I want to split at this H. So now it's separate now. Now this is clear. This is the over. This is a continuous line. I want to split. See the arrow here above here. I want to split at this point. End point here. This is splitting. So this point is already from A to E. It is this much is there. This point already there. This is already there. This is clear. This is clear. This is clear. And what about this one? This is clear. So all lines are clear now. Okay. Now these lines inside the circle line should be independent. Along with the circle they should come. It should not be connected to the any other entity. Okay. Now I'll move it. So I'll select first whole figure, circle along with these all these internal lines. See, don't leave any single line here. So this is the point. Now I'll move it. So where is the A? I'll keep this select. I want to move at from one point. Yes, sir. Okay, so I move from about A point. A, I'll bring it. I'll keep it A here on this A. I hope you can imagine here. So I keep this here on this A. Right? This is the A here. So before keeping that, you should make sure that copy option should be on, because original figure should be there in second position. So now I'll keep it here. Right click. So you remain in active mode, selection mode. Now I'll rotate this figure, rotation command. So for rotation command, you have to choose center of rotation. I will take A as center of rotation, because A should be there only. Opposite end is of this A is what? E. Okay, that E I'll bring it on this E. See here, this E whatever you have drawn by locus method. So I'll keep it here. Correct? So before clicking it, so you make sure that copy option should be off. Original figure should not be there in rotation command. So this I'll make it on now. I'll make it off. So this is the point. Keep it here. So this is the way you have to transfer. See here, now see here, you got this circle along the inside line. Means I can locate easily. Is A, this is B, this is C, in that way. I'll show here. So I'll move it. I'll move all the lines here. Now where is A? B here. This is B. This is the C. Sorry. Okay, this is the C, and this is the D. E is already there, and this is the F. This is G, and this is the H. Okay. Now if you want, in the computer is possible. If you want, if the gap is very less, you can transfer whole figure by dragging it. So that is possible, but it's not possible in sketching. You can drag little bit here in this way for your convenience of drawing. Okay, now I'll transfer the points. Now all points are taken to get the front view now. So I'll what I'll do here. Okay, I'll do in this way. So what I'll do here, I'll project points now. Where is A? I'll project points. All the points are project. I use 0.5. I'm using projection line. Why? Because don't use 0.5 in exam. Because I'm using 0.5 here because it should be seen in the video clearly. The projection line. So it is A dash is here. B dash is here. So B dash. I use the. I told the alignment indicator use along with the 90 degree option you use, so that you can easily get the location of projection line. See here. Where is B here? B is here. So end of this. This is B. Then where is C? C is here. So 90 degree you use for your easy convenience is the C is point here. So here it is easy. Those who are perfect in mouse handling, they can use this concept. Otherwise you draw long lines the way you draw in sketching, and you can do in that way also. So 90 degree. This is E point. Then F is here. G is here, already line is there. H is here, already line is there. Okay, I got all the points. Now I'll name it because I cannot transfer the second position front view line in letters. So where is A? I will type clearly now. This is A dash. This is the B dash. This is the C dash. This is the D dash. This is the E dash. This is F dash. It is a G dash. And it is a H dash. So I got all 8 points. Okay. Now again I tell you, when you draw the curve command, you have to choose the end point. You should select as the end point, not as intersection points. Now the projection what I done here, I show here. See, you can see the I zoom the area. Projection what I made is always I am not crossed this line because why? Because I want to select it as a end point so that you can curve can be drawn easily. Because the front view is not ellipse nor neither circle. It is a curved figure. So now here curve command I'll choose. I'll start from A, end of the line. See here, end of the line. You have to choose end of the line. You cannot choose intersection line. End of the line. End of the line here. Okay, end of the line. Again, end of the line. Again, end of the line. Okay, this is the front view. Now I will make this dark. This front view. So this is the solution of the problem. Now here, this line you have to join. I join this line by different color for your understanding. Red color. This is the diameter. This also I'll change the color. This is the diameter, which is inclined to both VP and HP, which is drawn on the surface of the lamina. On the surface of the lamina. So it's like a line problem. It's like a line problem. Line making angle both VP and HP. With the HP 45 degrees, with the VP 30 degrees. So in that way it is. So this is the diameter. This is the diameter. Everywhere it is diameter. So this diameter is making angle. This diameter here, you see red line is diameter making angle both VP and HP. This is like okay, like a line problem. Okay, now here to get the beta angle, you have to project back. First you project back. See here, project back this line, extend this line, E line up to XY line. So this line I am showing here, this line. Whatever I drawn here, this line, see this line, this is the beta angle line. This is apparent, see apparent length, apparent angle, true length, true angle. Now this beta angle you have to measure. This angle is always more than the true angle, it is a 45. Now you have done locus method correct procedure. Have you followed or not? To show that you have to show dimensions compulsory. So now I'll show dimensions means here, see here, I show dimension between this A and this E1. See here, can you see this E1 point, intersection point, end point here? This is the 50 you have taken. It is a true length, correct. Now you have to show this this A and this E. This E you have to take. This is the apparent length. So see here, if you observe here, this 35.36 apparent length here. 50 it is already, it is 50 here, is here. 50 is here. This is 50. So that shows that you have followed proper method of beta angle calculation. Okay, so this is the this way you have to show all the have to show the dimension of apparent length also, true length also. This you have to show compulsory in third position, so that you have taken right or wrong, you will come to know. Okay, so this is the solution for the problem. Okay, if you have doubts, you can ask me. You can WhatsApp me. Okay, so this is the position line I am showing here, arrow that I am showing. So this is the solution. This problem I have taken because in circular lamina, how to draw the divide this line circle in 8 parts, and how to draw this curve, that is important. That's why I have taken this problem. Other things almost remain same, and you have gone through now already. You might have solved so many problems. Now this problem you can draw it. You can practice at home. This is the problem on demo problem on circular lamina. Okay. Thank you.